What's happening, guys? Gio with CrossFit Federal Hill. We're going to talk about the GHD sit-up. This is known as a glute ham developer. We use it for a couple different things here, but one of the big ones is the GHD sit-up. First things first, you need to adjust the setup back here so your hip or your glutes are hanging off of that pad. I already have this adjusted for me, but make sure you know how to do that. Coach will set you up for that in class, but we want to make sure that this is adjusted so when I step up on here, I can extend my legs, maybe a soft bend in my knees, and my hips are hanging off of this pad. So this would be me sitting up too high if the pad was more forward, and this would be a pretty good position. This flexion in my knees is what I want to think about. I want to have this here so when I come up, I can extend them rapidly, take the pressure off of my lower back, and put it onto my quads. So, for a scaled version, first time you're up here, third time you're up here, you want to make sure you feel comfortable with this movement. Let's go back down to about 90 degrees. Notice my knees are still bent, and then I press my knees down in order to sit up. So they're bent, and then pressed. That action is really important, and what most people do is tend to do it backwards. So they're flexed as they come down, and then they pull their knees up like a sit-up. It's a common thing. You want to think you want to pull yourself forward, but really slamming your knees down is the safest and most effective way to do this. So I just did the scaled version. The full version would just be reaching all the way back, touching the ground, and then coming back up. But notice the position of my knees and my quads handling most of the load. Hopefully you saw that flexion and extension right here. That's where we want you to focus. But remember, most importantly is getting that setup correct, hips off the pad, and then starting with that scaled down version.